Alright, I think every single company should step their game up and be like Google when it comes to leaks. As now we have some HD leaks of the Google Pixel 5 and the full list of specs for the Pixel 4a 5G. According to Ming-Chi Kuo, we're getting close to Apple's move into mini LED displays, and we have some news when it comes to what to expect for the Galaxy S21 that are not necessarily good. I'm Jaime Rivera, and okay, I'm out of jokes. And it's not like if you like them anyways, so how about a few in the comments down below? This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with deals like, what do you call the case where a phone has not even been launched yet and you already get discounts for it? Well, Samsung does not like to waste time, it seems. The Galaxy S20 FE, the fan edition that was just announced yesterday, that is not yet in stores, is already on sale on both Amazon and B&H. You can get the entry-level variant in all 6 color options for $100 off, leaving it at $600 shipped. That is a steal, but then moving on to Pixel territory, the Pixel 4 and 4 XL are still on sale. The entry-level variant of the 4 is currently $269 off, which leaves it at $530, and then the 4 XL is $350 off, leaving it at $649 shipped. We also get more deals on Garmin watches and others in the links in the description. And just like yesterday, let's continue talking about Amazon again, but no, don't worry, we're not going to talk about Apple deals. It seems like cloud-based game streaming services are the new thing, even if no one has really gotten it right. But hey, Amazon has just announced their own service, Luna, to compete with Microsoft and Google. To play games on this new platform, all you need is a stable connection, right? A compatible controller or mouse and keyboard, and a supported platform. Luna runs on PC, macOS, Fire TV devices like the Fire Stick, and finally, even Chrome and Safari. It's currently on an early access period, but you can already purchase the controller for $49, and honestly, it doesn't look bad. The early access for Luna Plus is currently $5.99, and it has games like Resident Evil 7, Grid, and other titles. We'll keep you posted as to how it evolves, because seriously, I mean, I know that Google and Microsoft mean well, but their services are not necessarily what I would call amazing, and if there's something that Amazon gets right is servers. We'll see how that goes. Now let's talk about trade shows, and let's be completely honest. I know that companies are trying to do something about what's going on, and they're trying to go virtual with their trade shows. I just don't think it works. And I believe that, you know, sort of places like MWC have to find that it's probably a good idea to figure something out. If you remember, MWC was canceled this year. I mean, how can I forget? And with how things are going, we didn't really think we were getting one next year either, since we know CES already went virtual. Right. GSM Association just announced that next year's MWC will happen between June 28th and July 1st, 2021. If you're thinking, how are companies going on with their launch date schedule? Well, MWC Shanghai will be happening in the usual dates, February 23 to 25. Obviously, the Shanghai event will be focused on Asia-Pacific markets with brands that don't usually go to the Barcelona event. We do hope to see something considering how 2020 went, but then finally the company announced that MWC Los Angeles 2021 will happen in October as scheduled, even though that one was never really crazy big. We'll keep you posted if big names will move their events to Shanghai or if we'll just have to wait till June. But yeah, that's the plan. And honestly, summer in Barcelona doesn't sound like a bad idea. Now, speaking of things that launch in February, let's talk about the Galaxy S line. Though, wait for it. Lately, there's been reports that claim that the Exynos 1000 will be faster than the Snapdragon 875, and it will power the S21, but we know you guys aren't fans of Exynos, so we haven't really been covering that on the show. However, the S21 Plus just went through Geekbench, and it shows some changes that aren't good. The benchmarks of this device are of an Exynos 2100 chip, which is actually worse than the Exynos 1000, the Snapdragon 875 as well. Heck, it's only slightly better than the current S20 Plus. But enough with the benchmark scores talk, and some of the specifications revealed apparently are 8 gigs of RAM, a 4800 milliamp hour battery, and it was running Android 11. Of course, we're still early, and this doesn't mean for sure that we're getting that processor on the S21 if that's the case, but like, Samsung, you really gotta get aggressive with that price, and 8 gigs of RAM, like seriously? Is it just me, or, I don't know, plastic backs and some weird moves that we saw with the Galaxy Note 20, the standard edition? It's like if Samsung is trying really hard to be HTC right now. Now let's talk about Apple products. Aside from everything that we've seen from Apple Silicon and all the changes that they're doing with iPads and Macs, one thing that we've been discussing a lot is mini LEDs, and yet we still didn't have an official timeline or roadmap until today. For those of you who don't know, mini LED displays offer better color gamut performance, high contrast, dynamic range, and local dimming for darker blacks, amongst other features like better efficiency. Now we have a new report from Inchi that says that Apple has been working on mini LED displays for quite some time now, and we may be soon to get 6 products that'll bring the technology. Quote claims that these will be iPads and Macs. He also included that the first device to bring it is the 12.9-inch iPad Pro. The report mentions that Apple will be accelerating their adoption of mini LED panels as they're performing better than expected in their testing. These displays would be manufactured by a new company called Sanan Opto Electronics, but Ebistar will remain their main supplier for these displays. Apparently, this first iPad Pro with mini LED is slated for Q1 2021, and yes, apparently it'll also bring 5G in addition to that, so let's see how that goes. And finally, the hottest news today have to do with the Google Pixel 5 and Google Pixel 4a 5G as well, we've got everything you want to know. Yesterday we covered a very extensive leak of the Pixel 5, and we'll talk about that in a quick second. Let's begin with the Pixel 4a 5G, which just got the same treatment. According to the leak, it'll bring a 6.2-inch OLED display running at 60 Hz. It will also be powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G, but it'll bring 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, and a 3800 mAh battery. It'll bring the same camera array as the Pixel 5 with a 12.2 main sensor with OIS, a 16 megapixel ultra wide, and it will be capable of recording 4K video at 60 frames per second. It'll obviously run Android 11, and it'll bring a headphone jack. Yay. Google already confirmed the price tag for this phone is going to be $499 in the United States. And this is all fine and dandy, but now let's talk about the Pixel 5. We've got some high quality pictures from Evan Blass showing off the final design for this phone in both color variants. Again, this design is based on the 4A, meaning it'll bring a punch hole display with slimmer bezels, the fingerprint sensor, dual tone power button, and probably the only difference is the dual camera module, which looks like the Pixel 4. Specifications are pretty similar to the 4a 5G, but with some extra RAM. On these renders, we can see the green variant in high quality for the first time, and it'll apparently bring a more premium metallic build instead of the polycarbonate that we get on the 4a 5G. Alright, can I just say that I didn't really have much hopes for that green edition of the Pixel until now. Evan, thank you so much for the renders. I think that phone looks gorgeous. Let us know in the comments down below if you had to pick Google Pixel 4a 5G in plastic, Google Pixel 5 in aluminum and probably glass, I believe, in the back, I think. We'll see. I mean, they did it with the Pixel 3, so that's a probability, but let us know which one would you pick in the comments down below, because I'm really liking that green Pixel 5, but that's just me. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Also, follow us on social medias. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram. Follow me on my personal handles to see me run out of jokes. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.